Lily's dishes are delicious. Today I'm going to share with you how I make homemade chicken empanadas. They are easy to make, delicious, and you're going to love them. Empanadas are very versatile. You can fill them in many different ways, and here is my way. I'm going to start by making the stuffing first. And for the stuffing I need hard-boiled eggs, I need bell pepper, tomato, sweet onion, capers, cumin, salt, pepper, chicken meat cut in small tiny pieces, just like that, bite sizes, then olives, green olives cut in small pieces, oil, and chili powder. First I'm going to chop the onion in small pieces. Do the same with the bell pepper, and you can use any kind of bell pepper you want. You can use the green, the red, the yellow. Then the tomatoes, again, tiny small pieces. Make sure to throw away the stem. And then the same thing with the boiled eggs. So everything is pretty much ready to go. Place the oil in the frying pan and wait for the oil to heat up. Then add the meat and spread it a little bit in the pan. Then it's time to put the onion, the black pepper, salt, mix it and saute it for a few minutes, and then you can add the tomatoes and the bell pepper mixture and the chili powder and cook it until it's done. By the time it's done, that water should evaporate. Your mixture should be pretty dry, not wet. I'm going to put the cumin powder at this stage, and the olives, the hard-boiled eggs that I already cut, and then the capers. I strained the capers, so I'm not using the water. Mix everything really well and then set it aside, and let's get busy and make the dough. And here are the ingredients for the stuffing, as well as the ingredients for the dough. To make the dough, I'm going to use my stand mixer. So I'm going to sift the flour directly into the mixing bowl. Once I'm done sifting the flour, I'm going to put the sugar inside and salt. And quickly I'm going to run the whisk through it just to make sure it's nicely mixed. And set it aside. Then cut the butter into smaller pieces. And the butter is at room temperature. Then add it to the mixing bowl. And from now on, the mixer will do the work for me. Mix it for a couple of minutes, then add the water, and now continue mixing it until the dough is nicely done. It's going to take a while for this to be done because this dough happens to be very thick. If you want to skip this part, you can. Just buy the pre-made empanada dough from the store. Then I'm going to line a baking tray with some parchment paper. Then take 2 eggs and beat them with a fork a little bit and set it aside. By this time my dough is ready. I'm just going to mix it by hand a little bit and use the dough roller to stretch it very thin. This part takes me a long time to stretch it. So what I do, I stretch it on one side and I flip it on the other and continue. And because my dough needs to be stretched more, my cutting board is not big enough. So what I will do, I'm going to take the knife and cut this dough in 2 different pieces. And continue stretching the dough until I'm happy with the thickness. Stretch it as thin as you can. You can see right now it's very thin, just like that. At this point I can stop stretching it and it's time to cut it. And for this part I'm going to use the dumpling press. One side it's the cutter and the other side will help me seal the empanadas. And this dough discs fit perfectly into the press when I stuff them. So let's cut as many as you can. I will place them on the side and then on that baking tray, and then it's time to stuff them. So take one of the discs, make sure it's nicely stretched into that press, brush some of the egg wash around the sides. This will act as a glue to seal the empanada. And then put some of the stuffing in the center. Then just close it, squeeze it really well. And then here it is. Beautiful edges, nicely done. nice semicircle, and continue the process with the rest of them. So put the dough, a little bit of the egg wash, stuff it, and then seal it really well. If you have a little bit of the excess like I do here, with the finger just remove it, and then you have a beautiful empanada. And now it's time to go ahead and fry them. Heat up some oil in the frying pan, and when the oil is hot, then go ahead and put a couple of them inside and let them fry. Once they are golden brown on one side, gently flip it on the other side. When you flip them, be careful not to open them up or not to puncture them with the tongs. Carefully get a hold of it, turn it on the other side, and continue frying it until it's done. What I did, I took some paper towels. I put the paper towels on a platter here next to me, and when I take the empanadas out of the oil, the paper towels will absorb the oil so my empanadas are not greasy. So let them drain here on the paper towels, and then you are ready to transfer them on a platter and ready to serve. And here they are. Look at that. They are just so beautiful and so tasty. Hope you make them. I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. In the meantime, thanks for watching.